Hey everybody, Anthony, aka Hawkgamer here, bringing you a bit more coverage for the 20, or whatever year this is, 2024, Season 2, whatever you want to call it, Omega Invitational. We are on to the round of 8, with the first match being covered being Brettasaurus versus Champion. Now, a couple of programming notes for this. One, some of you may be asking, where is the replay for the round of 16 match between Brett and Space Warp? Space Warp actually had to concede that preemptively, so he's off to the loser's bracket while Brett advances to the winner's bracket. And second, this is a recording of this replay. We weren't able to stream it live due to the fact that Techno was the only mediator available, so he sent the replay to me to watch after the fact and react to. And on that note, I have no idea what the outcome of this match is, so we are about to find out together. So let me go ahead and get the replay rolling here. Okay, that is rolling. I just gotta wait for a bar to clear so that way I can switch over to this. So we have Brett, who is on Metroplex, and Champion, who is on 4-wide car aggro. That is a weird tongue twister. Alrighty, so Brett makes the roll off. It was a 6. And I am not sure who's going first. It sounds like Brett. Yep. Nope, Champion is going first. So obviously, we have Metroplex on Brett's side with the City's Finest View stratagem, giving him that station, while Champion is 4-wide cars, again, with Cliff, Prowl, Night Racer, and Crasher, I believe that is. Yeah, Crasher. So we are just getting some explanations of things. And we're having the cuts. We are off to the races, it looks like. So, as a reminder for City's Finest Views, so at the start of the first turn, you show your hand, and then, depending on if you put a melee or a ranged character in it, it does different things. So, melees allow Brett to look at the top card of the deck. Ranged characters do a damage to someone. Champion is going first. And the hand on Brett's side is Intensifier Whip, Rapid Conversion, Escape Route. So Brett is doubling down on the flip cards with the Rapid Conversion showing up. I don't have the deck lists for either player, unfortunately, so I can only speculate on things. And then Night Racer goes in first. 5 Pierce 1. Block 4, only take 1. Not the start you want to see against Metroplex. That 35 health can sometimes not seem like a lot, but it also seems like way too much at times. So, it's Metroplex's health in particular has always been a bit of an enigma in my experience. So, draw. There's the Metroplex flip, as everybody expected, because, well, it's Metroplex. And, going for the turn 1 flip play. Probably just deploy Slammer here. That tends to be the typical maneuver, but there's always a chance that he's thinking something else, because you have to remember, I am not very experienced with Metroplex. I do not understand the intricacies of this deck, so I'm just speculating based on my peasant understanding of this deck. And bringing out Scamper. So, Metroplex has the bold 1. He has partial removal on the board. So Scamper going in for the Meat Shield play onto Night Racer. So that gives Brett a bit more time to start setting up. Gets the white icon. High Mirage. For 3, no Pierce. Takes 1 only. Off to a pretty slow start on both sides. Both these decks have been known to get to pretty high numbers, and both with some fairly unfortunate flips, at least in terms of the context of being able to hit numbers. With Champion's case, it was Brett flipping good on defense. In Brett's case, it was him flipping only 1 orange. Now, I don't know if he's following the Aussie algorithm or not, so I can't comment on how many oranges he might have floating around in the deck. But if he is following that to any extent, flipping 1 orange is a disappointment. Start Your Engines comes down on Champion's side to untap Night Racer, flips Prowl to bot mode for turn. Has that extra attack that he can throw into Scamper. I would not be surprised if Night Racer went for it again. It's really a question of, does Champion try to preload something for the wheel turn, anticipating... Oh, wait, Brett has that rapid conversion in hand. So Night Racer going in, plays the grenade launcher to ensure the attack fires. That's a dead Scamper, borrowing something insane on Brett's side. And there's an improvised shield, so... oh, there's a Lion Weight. Well, almost had an entire Metroplex trigger on defense there. Of course, that's not actually a thing, but it's funny to discuss when it happens. So Scamper is dead. And Champion got that extra attack, so that makes things interesting. Of course, Metro could just, tap out everybody there, but only being able to attack Night Racer here hurts significantly. Going for another escape route, so he still has that rapid conversion. There's the 6-gun. He had the intensifier whip in hand, though, so... oh, backup beam comes down onto 6-gun. I'm curious if Brett sees something here that makes him think it's the best move to hold off on the intensifier whip until he can spike a bold 4. Going in for 7. Takes 4 on Night Racer, up to 5. Because the reason I mentioned that, holding the intensifier whip and just wondering what's going on there, is because... again, with cars, you really, to beat them, you do have to kind of play at their pace. Turbo boosters for another untap on Night Racer. This is... at this point, Champion is just insistent that he gets a wheel turn on Metroplex. So then again, this is what cars does, so not too surprising to see. But anyways, back to the Metroplex, or the kinetic whip thing. So... you have to play as fast as you can against this, so I'm curious as to why Brett is holding on to that intensifier whip and not trying to just go in with Metroplex, maybe spike a wheel turn. Unless he feels his deck is not in a position at the moment to try to benefit from that, that could be an explanation. Like I've said in a previous match, him and Naga are probably the most... what's the word I'm looking for here? They're the most frequent card counters. No, that's not how I want to phrase it. Him and Naga are count cards and icons a lot. So I would not be surprised if he's been seeing the icons he's flipping and thinking, okay, it's not worth it to try to go gung-ho with Metroplex quite yet. At least that's what I'm speculating based on what I know about how the deck might be composed and player tendencies. I could be completely wrong. Is he going to drop the rapid conversion here? Yes, he will, and out comes Slammer. So, now the question is, does he have the firepower on hand to try to potentially nuke Night Racer here? Goes for the intensifier whip on Metro now, so he's loading up for next turn, it seems. Slammer into Night Racer, so 3... not... Oh, a lot of blues, not... Wait, attacking for 4, what? Oh, that's a bashing shield. I thought that was something else. Okay, the glare got to me. Anyways, so... Attacking for 4, blocking 2, takes 2, up to 7... Okay, there was... I will say this, I have access to the audio, so I was just listening into what was going on there, because somebody jumped in, is like, why did you flip 5 cards, Brett? And I actually thought the same thing, but the rapid conversion was one of them, so that is why the confusion was there. Anyways, dropping a take the shot for a bashing shield. Not going to do too much in this game, I think, but it is just, you know, nice to get a double icon back in rotation, so that makes complete sense. Flipping Prowl the bot mode, drawing a card off Cliff. So, you probably send Crasher in here if you're champion. If you have any sort of firepower, dropping it right now onto Crasher probably isn't the worst idea unless you only have one piece in hand. Because... we've seen this before. Scamper is strangely durable, so you do want to try to punt him if you have the opportunity. Crasher does suffer a bit with that 2 attack, but a grenade launcher or a flamethrower should do the trick in theory. In practice, I'm not 100% sure, especially with the amount of blue I've been seeing Brett flip. I'm starting to wonder if he's playing more of a defensive, slow grind version of Metroplex, which would be interesting. Because the thing with Metroplex is with the wheel turn, and this is why the Aussie algorithm is a thing in the first place. Like, the thing with Metroplex is... you have to try to play somewhat aggressive with him in order to make up for the fact that you're gonna eventually get ankle bit like crazy. And that's why Ozzy pioneered the idea of playing a heavier amount of orange, so that way you could hit those aggro numbers regardless of if you tapped out the enemy team or not. Brett, again, this is pure speculation on my part, but he appears to be playing more of a blue shell. Nitro Booster's ramming speed on Champion's side. Ramming speed gets rid of the Intensifier Whip. Heavy punish there for Brett. Or for Brett, I should say. I think I said for, but it sounded like from, so I double said it just to be sure. Nitro Boosters fires on Crasher. And, oh my... what are these... Brett has just been flipping the exact opposite of what he needs. From my understanding of what happened during Ozzy versus Evil Gem... Ozzy was having terrible flips with Metroplex as well, so is Metroplex just cursed this event or something? That is... I don't know what is going on, but it just seems like both Metroplex players have not been getting what they want on the flips. Although Scamper does tank that hit from Crasher, so that's pretty beneficial here, just to keep that extra bold 1 on the board, especially with that ramming speed coming down on the Intensifier Whip. Let's see, Brett's sitting on 2 cards in hand, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Brett and Naga count cards and icons like crazy, which, by the way, I'm gonna say this now, unlike Vegas, that is not a bad thing here. It is actually very crucial sometimes to know what cards are... oh my god, I just noticed Brett has a little Metroplex in the background. Kudos to him for going for the theming. I actually would have done the same if I was playing Devastator this event, but as you all saw in... I'm not sure if the full replay of me versus Sandman is uploaded yet. I'm going to have to censor that out in post, because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But only part of my match versus Sandman... only part of my match versus Sandman was actually streamed due to a technical error on Zero's side. So, but as you know, I'm playing Double Primes. You probably have seen some part of that at some point. But I do actually have a core class Optimus and Nemesis that I maybe should go grab. But if I was playing Devi, I would have my TFC Hercules that I got in Orlando last year. Anyways, Metro gets a handheld blaster, goes in for bold 1. So, base 2, white icon, bold 1, off by 1 orange. That is a dead Night Racer, though. But still, not getting the untap stings significantly for Brett here. Once again, like I said earlier, Metroplex players just not getting what they want, seemingly, this event. That is just bizarre. So, flipping Prowl. Champion's got something in hand he was looking at, but not exactly thrilled with the idea of playing it. So you got a wheel turn this turn. You already flipped Prowl. He has a kinetic intensifier whip as well, so he's got an additional bold too. I'm not sure what else Champion could be thinking about here. Again, unfortunately, I don't have the deck list, so I can't confidently say anything. I really don't have anything else to commentate on here. Like, again, if I had the deck list, I could say something, but since I don't, I can't. Okay, sending Crasher into Slammer again. 4 Pierce 2, so I keep confusing Scamper and Slammer. Slammer will be alive on 1 here, no matter what, which... That, I'm not sure how it'll impact the match, but given what I was saying earlier, it's probably going to be at least somewhat significant unless Champion just decides to punt him with Cliff Jumper here. Looking at this board, I don't think you send Prowl into Scamper. Like, ideally, you kill... Or, not Scamper, Slammer. I did it again. You ideally kill Slammer with Crasher here, and then send both Cliff and Prowl into Metroplex, but him living on 1 is going to present a whole host of problems in terms of being able to get ahead of Metroplex's firepower and deal with him before he can cause too many problems. He's gonna cause some problems inevitably, because that's just how Metroplex rolls, but I'm not too sure what this will do in the long run in terms of this game. So Cliff going in. 7. Blocking 5, 6. Assuming this isn't a Scamp or Slammer. That's a dead Slammer. Okay, so no more talking about him for this game, so I don't have to confuse those two constantly. Picking up a processor, it looks like, for that Matrix. And then dropping, picking up a backup beam on Brett's side. It looks like he dropped a Staggering Might. And a reshuffle. And here's the cut. Okay, for a second I thought Champion had already flipped 3 whites, but he still has 1 more flip to go. Hello, Mirage! Going in for 9. Blocks 2, takes 7. However, we are on, I think this is the end of the first volley on both sides, and Metroplex only has 8 damage. That's pretty good. So for as much I was wondering what Brett was doing in terms of deploying the minions instead of trying to gun up or roll up with Metroplex as beefed up as possible, it did net him a lot more health at this stage of the game, so that could be significant in the late game. Metroplex gets fight for position and backup beam, and this also is, once again, why I do not like to openly question players on camera. 90% of the time, it backfires on me horrifically, and in this case, it's looking like that's happening again. What is with all the oh my, how many did he flipped 5 white icons, misses the trigger by 1 blue. What is going on? So Prowl goes to... Say the line, Bart! Ay, ay, ay. But anyways, for those of you who are tuning into this game for the first time and are wondering what I'm talking about with Say the Line, long story short, it is a bit of a recurring trend on this server, or recurring happening, I should say, where characters get left alive on 1 after an attack in the most inexplicable circumstances. It just happens way too frequently. Like, it's gonna happen occasionally, but the amount it happens here is just ridiculous. Which is a good thing, by the way, because it shows that attack values aren't being inflated to hell and back. That is a flamethrower, it looks like, on Cliff Jumper. Flip Prowl, draw a card. That's an action that he's immediately gonna drop. Fight for position onto Prowl with the Kinetic Intensifier Whip. So that is a hefty amount of firepower there. That could easily put through... Oh, nope, he's going to put it on Cliff instead. I thought he set it by Prowl because he was playing it on him, but rather it was just because that was where he set it when he flipped it off the deck, or pulled it off the deck, I should say, from the Cliff draw. Sending... Oh, this is a wheel turn. That explains it. Also, those belligerences are bellicosities, so... Just worth noting. Going up to 10 after taking 2 from Crasher. Ooh, hits for 10 damage after defense. Up, nope, only takes 9. Well, only takes 9. He's still taking a butt ton of damage there. Up to 19. Remember what I was saying earlier about only coming out with 8 damage? Yeah, once again, I'm eating my own words there. And that was Cliff's attack, I believe? Yes, it was. He just didn't tap Cliff. And Prowl still sitting on 1. I once again, don't know if Brett is playing any direct damage. Really, I think the only one we know for sure is Slammer, and he's dead and already used his ability. Okay, so Brett is now inquiring as to what happens if Metroplex fires if he doesn't attack Prowl. Going into Cliff. Gets the trigger. That's a dead Prowl. Cliff takes a damage. Crasher takes a damage. And we're getting a clarification here on how Prowl, on how Prowl's bot mode works, but he's KO'd, and the answer is it doesn't. Oh, wait, and then Crasher comes in and heals the damage, but is still tapped out. So that is a complete wash on the damage, which... We'll see if that comes back and actually has an impact on the game soon enough. So anyways, moving over to Champion's turn after the tap out. Oh, just a bit of a cleanup thing there. At this point, there's not really a whole lot to commentate on aside from punch, 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 punch. Somebody wins. Champion's thinking hard here. I'm not sure, again, what he might be up to. Crasher's bot mode doesn't do anything here, and you want to keep her in alt mode for defense reasons against Metroplex, so that makes sense. Flipping Prowl to alt mode. Grenade launcher on the Crasher. Yeah, that'll do wonders. Crasher in for 8. Block 3, take 5, up to 29. Ooh. This is what I was talking about earlier, that Metroplex health is fairly fickle. Drop handheld for backup beam. Sometimes it's the most insane amount in the game. Other times, well, you have this. So we got a couple of, or a reshuffle here, I should say. And the cut. And over to Brett's turn. He has a chance to... If he can get something decent on defense here, he might be able to pull this out. There's a Matrix. That's +1, so Crasher might get punted here. So 7, 8 with a white icon. 9. Oh, that's a trigger, so Cliff is tapped. But it really doesn't matter in this situation, unfortunately. And because of Crasher, the damage is just negated. $12 is the swing, so Crasher is almost certainly dead. Oh, wait. The rollout comes in clutch, and the infinite meme continues on. Not going to pick anything up, keeps the backup beam. That Crasher damage negation earlier did come in clutch, so that I think may seal the game for Champion. I don't like saying that, but given the board state, especially with a kinetic intensifier whip coming down, flips Crasher to bot mode, draws a head-on collision, it looked like. There is a reshuffle. Oh, wait, Champion can't use the head-on collision, because neither character... Oh, well, technically, Cliff Jumper is in alt mode, so he could use it. I just don't know if that's the correct play. There's the cut. Sending Crasher in, has 3 attack, +1 and bold 2. Eight block 1, take 7, KO'd. And that is a game 1 win for Champion. So I will go ahead and update that here real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through the sideboarding process because there's really nothing to talk about. Oh, wait, hold on. I just got a message from someone. I got to go check. Oh, it's from Zero. Oh. So, I have been informed to reveal a bit of information about something. So, here you go. Here is a card frame for something we're going to be releasing at the end of the OI. I will let you have fun with your rampant speculation in the comments. Anyways, now we're gonna fast forward through sideboarding. Let's get to game 2, shall we? Alrighty, we are concluding the cuts, I think. Unless Champion is having a last-second change in terms of something. I'm not sure what. Yep, there is a last-second swap here real quick, it looks like. And now we are on to the cuts. Righty, and the opening hand for Brett. Improvise, take the shot, hit and run. Ooh. Not exactly the best opener. The take the shot is decent, and the hit and run is always nice, but oh, looks like we had a brief pause due to Techno misreading the reveal clause on the city's finest views, which I am actually going to take a quick look at that. And there was a bit of camera freezing there in the replay. I accidentally was trying to look something up, and it started glitching on me, so. Flipping Prowl to bot mode. Sending Night Racer in first, as to be expected. Oh, at the start of the first turn. Yep. Okay, so it is whoever goes first, then the Metroplex player reveals, regardless of who goes first. Drop Improvised for Paralyzo. Metro takes 2 only. And I'm not going to make the same mistake and say that's pretty decent, because things could get out of hand very quickly, and it won't even matter in a moment, potentially. Because the real firepower on Champion's side is Prowl and Cliffy. I cannot believe I just called Cliff that. Oh my god. Anyways, hit and run moves the damage over to so the damage is going to go on to goes on to Night Racer. Makes sense, as that is the only viable attack target at the moment. Out comes 6-gun off the flip. So swapping up the order a little bit. 6-gun in, as has to go into Night Racer here. Three Pierce 1. Takes 1. Take the shot, dropped for a Hollow Matter. Draw for turn on Champion's side. Roll out, flipping Prowl. Everybody's got Bold 2. Flip him back to bot mode. Draw a card off Cliff. Ooh, Erratic Lightning comes down and Crasher into 6-gun, as she has to. Draw for Brett's turn. Flip up Metro. Roll out again. Or roll out. First time for Brett, but second time this game, but also another flip effect, so multiple different things in my head converging into one statement. Out comes Slammer, and it does nothing because Crasher's on the field. How did I not realize that in Game 1 exactly? Yeah, I have no idea how I missed that in Game 1. Ooh, Paralyzo. Looks like we're going to get some station action here. Oop, not going to take the station. Oh! Hits a blue after the Paralyzo after calling orange. Oof, and oh my... What is going on with the Metro flips? Only takes one. Like, at this point, I'm... Like, earlier in the match, I was wondering what Brett's strategy was here. Honestly, at this rate with the flips, I don't think that's a relevant concern in terms of what's happening here. This is just nutty. Again, I was only partially paying attention during Ozzy versus Evil Gem, but from what I heard, the Metroplex flips there were just terrible, and now Brett seems to be having a similar thing going on. What god did Metroplex offend? Good lord. Wow, an actually good flip. Again, I am not placing this on the players. I am just shocked at how frequently this is happening for both Metroplex decks specifically. And it's still not enough to keep Slammer alive. Just Brett's luck. I really don't know what else to say here. Like, how did both Metroplex players get afflicted with this much bad luck? Take the shot for a backup beam. Draw for turn. Does Brett have another flip card in hand, or is he going to have to start gutting with Metroplex here? If he does have to go for the latter option, probably going after Crasher is going to be the correct call. Doesn't have an Intensifier Whip by the looks of things, so flips. He's got the backup beam, we know that much. Goes for the backup beam, okay. Goes into Prowl. That... Okay, I've already said it once on this stream. I don't like to openly question player decisions. But in this specific instance, why would you not go into Crasher there? She's negating half of your ability, which did actually come into play last game. She has -1 from defense from the Erratic Lightning. You still got a character off the board regardless, so it's not like that's a valid point. It really comes down to getting rid of the ability that's gonna make or break the game in terms of your ability firing off. Now, getting a body off the board is still good, and Prowl is nasty with that wide bolt, so I absolutely could have this blow up in my face in a minute. But on this board, I genuinely believe that going into Crasher is the correct call. Alrighty, how many of you just placed a bet that I'm gonna look like an idiot for saying that in about 10 seconds? Going for Cliff with a grenade launcher. Oh boy, somebody's about to get slapped. Okay, do my words just have, like, magical powers or something like that? The amount of times when I've casted matches that I have manifested something is ridiculous. 14. Block 2, take 12, up to 13. Do I just need to stop casting matches because everything I say tends to happen? Good lord. Seriously, I can't use my words to manifest things for me, but I can use it to manifest it for everybody else. Funny how that works. Anyways, on to Brett's turn, and enough with my enough with my pointless ranting, that's what I'm trying to say. Staggering Might, Escape Route, is gonna get the double flip here, gets Metroplex in bot mode with Scamper on the field, Bold 4 with +1. Methinks Cliff is about to die. So we're getting some contemplation here as to what the attack target is going to be, it sounds like. Cliff has a one-shot threshold of 14. Crasher is currently a kill threshold of 10. Night Racer is 9. No, 11. Night Racer's 11. Crasher is 10. Because 9 health remaining with +1 with 1 defense. Yeah, 10. So Crasher's 10. Night Racer's 11. Cliff is 14. On the board right now, you got 7 with Bold 4. With the Metroplex deck, it's a bit harder to predict the numbers. And especially with the way that the flips have been going for Brett this game, that adds an extra layer of confusion. Yeah, he is thinking long and hard about this. Honestly, it's between Crasher and Cliffjumper. I don't think there's a universe where you go into Night Racer here. Oh, wait, I just noticed Metroplex in the top left of Brett's camera is sitting on a little table or chair or something. I thought he was standing up and it was just a giant Metroplex. No. But that's still, again, I love that. And I may steal that idea for the rest of the OI by using either my core Optimus or my core Nemesis as a secret marker or something. I don't know. Going in. Makes sense. Do not go in with Scamper just yet. Goes into Crasher. Tries to get that ability off the board here. Okay, so going in here. Gets 2 oranges, it looks like. Is that a trigger? That is a trigger. Okay, so everybody is tapped. Scamper will get a free shot here. So, how many cards has he flipped so far? So, he's got the base 2, Bold 3 of 4, and then White Icon. So, he's got 3 more cards to go. So, currently going in for 9. Okay, so looks like we have a bit of confusion about where Champion's flips went there at the end. No blues, so only one defense on Crasher. Here's the cut. So the attack gets 2 more oranges. I think that's a dead Crasher. Wait. Oh, yep, it wasn't a Crasher. I thought I heard that correctly, and then I see Cliff taking damage. I'm like, what? Down goes Crasher? Yep, it's 11. So both are tapped. Scamper gets a free shot here. Now it's an interesting question of, do you go for Night Racer or do you go for Cliff? And I'm honestly not sure. Goes for Cliff. Oh, taking the station. So takes the station. So, Champion reveals the top card of the deck. It is a rollout. 2 going in. Blocked. Untap. Draw. So Champion might be looking at Scamper here, which would be an interesting decision for sure. Champion's got some hard decisions, it sounds like. He is saying, I don't want to play this. He's thinking hard. I'm trying to assess the game state. Who has the upper edge right now? Because Brett has a minion on the field with a decently healthy Metroplex. 13 ain't ideal, but it's also not terrible at this point of the game. Cliff doesn't have any damage. Night Racer has 2. Enforcement Baton's the backup beam. Supercharge. Going into... Oh. There's an end hostility, so there goes Champion's potential counter to Metroplex here. This still seems like overkill, though. I'm not sure I would have played the Supercharge there. 2 more... Oh, wait, actually, hold up. 3, 4, 5? Oh, yep, the Supercharge was overkill, I believe, because I think Scamper only has 1 defense in that mode. So the Supercharge was overkill in the grand scheme of things, but hindsight is 20/20, so... Yeah. 7 Pierce 2? Wait, got him on the nose. Okay, I must have miscounted the icons there, because I could have sworn that was overkill, but either way, Scamper's dead, and Champion seems to have the supercharged play validated. There's another backup beam, and in Metro goes. Does he get the trigger? Yes, he does! And this is the Aussie algorithm at work, ladies and gentlemen. That is 5 oranges? 12. Blocking, not enough, so that is a very dead Night Racer. Cliff is tapped. Now Metro untaps. Rollout, dropping a rollout for an escape route, getting the blue oranges back in deck. That's a good move. Fight for position comes down onto Cliff, so now it's a 1v1 between those two. Has +3 from the KO area, it looks like. 15? Block 4, take 11. Oh, wait a minute. There's 2 more from the Staggering Might trigger. Or from the Staggering Might Tough, I should say. Although, Brett's flips have stabilized in these last few turns, so it seems that has shaken off. And that could be the difference here at the end of this game. So, was that 13 plus 11 goes up to... Nope, wait. Only goes up to 21. I'm not sure of the math, but either way, Metro is kicking at 21. Drops an escape route for something. I did not catch what it was. Draw. Does he have an Intensifier Whip? If he does, that's a Bold 4 floating around. Or a Bold 4 hit floating around, I should say. So, 11 health remaining on Cliff. So currently the kill threshold is 13, not counting any potential blues that might get flipped off a Start Your Engines, Rollout, or End Hostilities. Those are the 3 blue cards I know I've seen in Champion's deck. I don't know if there's any more. With the right flip, Brett absolutely can punt him here, but he needs flips to be on his side. That's not helpful. Oh, there's an improvised. Gets the trigger, so that's an extra point. Gets another... Oh! 3 improvised shields! Coming in clutch. Going in for 7 plus 6, 13. And that is a dead Cliff Jumper. We are going to Game 3. Man, the beginning of that game, it was looking real sketchy for Brett. But then the flip stabilized, and like I said, the moment that happened, I think that swung the game, and we are going to a Game 3 here. As a reminder of the stakes of this match, the winner will go on to face either Ciliag or Penguin in the winner's semifinals, and the loser will face either Sandman or Nanotech in the second loser's round. Again, winner of this match faces either Ciliag or Penguin in the winner's semifinals. The loser faces either Sandman or Nanotech in the loser's second round. So we will go ahead and fast forward through sideboarding here, assuming it is going to happen. It would probably help if I updated the player info to show the fact that this is a Game 3. And it looks like there's actually going to be no sideboarding. Ooh. This is coming down to the wire, folks. Just waiting for Brett to finish shuffling. And we might as well fast forward through this shuffling, so let's do that. Alrighty, here we go with the cuts. Here we go. Game 3. Here we go. Handheld, kinetic whip, and take the not take the shot. Matrix. Why would I think that's a take the shot? No flip cards, notably, though, so that could potentially give Champion an early edge here, but we will see if Brett's draw for turn stabilizes him. At least in terms of, you know, being able to keep up with cards. Five, Pierce 1. Block 3, take 2. Night Racer going for that swing. There's the whip. Flip up. Is he just going to go for a punch here? Yep, he is. No flip cards on the draw. That could be significant here. There's a white icon. Doesn't get it. Oh, no. He had a chance to have his deck stabilized there, and it gets ripped away at the last second. Oh, no. Still punches Night Racer for 7, I believe that is, but doesn't get the trigger. That is significant, especially with no chump blockers on the field. Handheld for an escape route. He's got the flip card. We'll see if he'll have enough time left to get back into this here. I say that like this is very much determined. No, it is not. It's turn 1. What am I saying? Start your engines. Oh, no, that's something you never want to see after bricking against cars. Draw a card with Prowl off Cliff. And Night Racer's gonna get an extra shot in here. If Champion has a heat right now, that would be insane. Although I don't know if he plays Heat in his Cars decks. Grenade launcher on Cliff. So that's gonna hurt real fast. Yeah, Crasher going in first. 2 for the bowl on... Wait, what bold? Wait, what? What bold? I'm very confused right now. Oh, was Prowl in bot mode? I think Prowl was in bot mode, okay. Prowl was in bot mode. That explains why I saw him reaching for Prowl when he played that Start Your Engines. Okay, I must have missed Prowl was in bot mode. That's on me. Six Pierce 2. Metro's already up to 12. Up to 15. Picks up a Bashing Shield. Metro's taking an early barrage here. Not what you want to see. 9, 10, 11. With a white icon. 12, block 2, take 10. Up to... Wait! Is that just... No, that's 25. I thought that was 35 for a moment. I'm like, did Champion just nuke Metroplex in one volley? Because if he did that, that would have been insane. But 25 damage on Metroplex turn 1. Like I said earlier, Metroplex's health total is the most fickle thing on the planet. There's a rollout. He'll get a double flip here with the kinetic whip. That could put him back into this, because right now he is very much on the back foot. Slammer comes down, negates Crasher's trigger for the turn. Hold up. So Crasher, if Metroplex fires, Crasher will not activate here because Slammer has effectively negated Crasher's trigger. Backup beam on Slammer. Ooh. If he gets the trigger here, that, again, could swing things pretty freaking close. Or pretty freaking significantly. I don't know why I said close there. And is the mic on? Is this thing on? I think my mic glitched. Stand by. Okay, my mic is working. I don't know what happened there. It just stopped showing the bar that shows that the mic is active. Anyways. So flips. So taps everyone and does a damage because Crasher is only once per turn. Wait, no. Did they miss that? Oh, nope. Somebody jumped in and caught it. So everybody will take one. And the attack is for 12. And that's a dead Prowl. Heading in with Slammer as soon as Brett does his greens. So Prowl's off the board. That's pushing things back into even territory a little bit, or a lot of bit, I should say, because it is Prowl for crying out loud. Okay. So who does Slammer go into in this situation? Probably goes into Night Racer. So Night Racer will take a damage, goes into the station. So when a ranged character takes that station, do a damage to an enemy, or it's either do a damage to an enemy or to the defender. Either way, Night Racer's taking the damage, and with Bolt 2, that's 5, does not get the necessary defense flips on Champion's side, and that is a dead Night Racer. Okay, this game evened up real fast. Once again, I need to stop saying things have swung significantly in one direction, because that take almost always gets burned. Here's the cut. And the remaining flips. Okay, so there's a bolt of lightning that came down. It looks like there goes Slammer. Champion thinking long and hard here about what to potentially do with Crasher. If he flips her, that'll net him a card. He's already played his action for turn. Instead, goes for the KO area flip of Prowl, setting up for Cliff next turn, potentially. Probably in that instance, he throws Crasher in as a meat shield. A champion correctly assessing, needing to go as big as possible here. Metroplex... getting that trigger swung the game back significantly into an even state. There's a grenade launcher. If he can put through like 7 or 8 damage here, I think he has this. Ooh, that's not a good start. Is that only 1 orange? Oh, that's an orange as well. So 8 pierce 2. Block 2 takes 6. Goes up to 31. A little under what I said he might need to get, but... still not terrible, and definitely something Cliff can manage. At this point, Brett needs a flip card. Or actually, no, Brett just flips. I think he still has not deployed any of the other minions. Okay, dropping a Intensifier Whip. I'm not sure what the pickup was, though. I couldn't see it because of the glare. There's the draw. Escape route. Yep, he has not deployed either of the other 2 guys. He has a meat shield here, in theory. In practice, does that actually do anything here? Okay, so Cliff attacks here. The problem is, neither 6-Gun nor Scamper have the potential to kill Crasher here, barring something insane off the flip. He would need, like, a white icon, and he would need to pull, essentially, that 5 double orange thing that Ozzy did a few events ago. And that was a once-in-a-lifetime flip, so he's gonna flip Metro back. Does he... oh, wait a minute. Is he just gonna... okay, backup beam on 6-Gun. Is he just gonna swing for the fences? Honestly, I have no idea what I would do in this situation, so I am not gonna start wondering if this is a good idea or not. With Crasher and Cliff both being fairly healthy, Brett is still on the back foot a little bit here, so... at this point, any decision he makes might be a painful one. Is that a trigger? Doesn't get the trigger, I think. $13. Block 10. That is a dead Crasher, but no trigger, so doesn't get to take a free shot with Cliff. Or at Cliff with 6-Gun here. But now Cliff gets a counter swing into Metroplex with only 4 health remaining. Once again, it will take an insane flip for Brett to survive this. I say once again like this has already happened once this game. Once again in terms of needing a crazy flip in general. Like I was talking about a couple of minutes ago with potentially 6-Gun trying to kill Crasher there. Double checking for any tough shenanigans. That is +3 on Cliff. Although I'm trying to remember back from Enforcement Batons coming down onto Cliff. There goes the intensive... oh, no. Gets rid of the backup beam on 6-Gun. Actually, yes, that is absolutely the correct decision. But I'm trying to remember from the last OI, because Champion was the 1 seed for that. Did he get bounced in the second? Are we about to see the 1 seed get knocked to the loser's bracket in the second round twice? There's a cut. $10. That's a dead Metroplex. Dropping Bashing Shield for a backup beam. There's still a chance. I've seen stranger things happen, but like I said earlier, he's going to need an insane amount of double oranges. And of course, flipping to bot mode, because he only has 2 attack in that mode. You get 4 in bot mode. There's the backup beam. Ooh, he might be considering not flipping? Doesn't flip 6 gun. Interesting. So 2. Hi, Mirage. Bad time to show up, don't you think? 3 Pierce 1. Not enough. Untap. Cliff. Draw. Fight for position. Erratic Lightning. Going for the overkill, it seems. And with that, Champion advances to the winner semifinals, and Brettasaurus is knocked to the loser's bracket. For the second OI in a row, the 1 seed falls to the loser's bracket in the round of 8, or after the round of 8. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Of course, this is not the end for Brett. He still has the loser's bracket he can go through to reach the grand finals, but he doesn't have his security cushion anymore in that free loss to get knocked to the loser's bracket. The 1 seed could still pull it out, but it's not going to be through the winner's bracket. Meanwhile, Champion advances to face either Penguin or Ciliag in the winner semifinals. We'll find that out later tonight, actually, at the time of recording this. And Brettasaurus will either be facing Sandman or Nanotech in the second loser's round. So we will see how that goes. But in the meanwhile, hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here today. If you did, there's a little red button you can push down below to show that, and we will continue with the OI coverage here and over on my personal Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Servants of the Dice Gods. That is only the second time I have self-plugged this event, so I am doing good on that front. But for now, that will do it for this replay. Peace out, y'all.